Thanks for joining us on National Focus. I'm Jarna Hector. Coming up, the Honorable Prime Minister characterizes government as transparent. 14 have been charged with the leadership of the National Youth Council, and upgrades commence at the Operation Youth Quake. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after this.
A picture is worth 1,000 words. Got it? Taking care of us can be so easy.
Take good care of the children.
Thanks for staying with us. The Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit has debunked allegations of a lack of transparency with regards to the country's resources, especially in relation to support from the European Union. The Honorable Prime Minister expressed his gratitude to the European Union at an EU-funded contract signing ceremony last week. The Dominica leader stated that the European Union values the prudence and good management of the fiscal situation in Dominica.
I can tell you, they come and they do their independent audits, and at no time have they cited any infraction on the part of government in respect to any of the agreements that we have signed with the European Union. And for every euro that they've given us, we can account for every single euro to the cent. And that is the hallmark of this administration, that we are prudent and responsible and accountable and transparent with regards to the management of not only our own local resources, but the resources given to us by foreign countries.
The Honorable Prime Minister acknowledged that despite its challenges, the European Union remains a steadfast supporter and one of Dominica's major benefactors with regards to the deployment of assistance.
They need the highest commendation and expression of gratitude from all of us, because I'm sure these monies could be spent in Guadeloupe or Martinique or Nouvelle Caledonie or or Greece, but they remain committed in the face of adversity, and we in Dominica must appreciate that, but Dominica has an extraordinarily strong relationship with the European Union.
Dominica has had a formal relationship with the European Union, formerly known as the European Economic Community, since 1979. It was the entry in the European Economic Community by Britain in 1973, which offered Dominica and other Commonwealth countries in Africa, the Caribbean, and the Pacific the possibility of negotiating their future relations with the EU. The overall aim of the EU cooperation is to improve the quality of life of the populations in the beneficiary countries through targeted and sustainable programs. In 2014, the EU delegation to Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean disbursed just over 80 million euros in development cooperation aid among 10 countries in the region. In more news, several bills are expected to be taken to Parliament as government continues to take action to create a better society. This was confirmed by the Honorable Attorney General Levi Peter when he addressed a press conference last week.
In addition to those bills that are actually on the cards of Parliament is the Tourism Standards Regulations, which is not obviously related to crime, and the geothermal bill, which again is not related to crime but are of importance to the general well-being and functioning of our society. There is also on the cards a Public Order Act. We have in place at the moment a Riot Act. We also have a Public Order Act. They are both of some vintage. The Public Order Act that is envisaged is one which would as it were, bring together elements of both the Riot Act and the Public Order Act under one act and more adequately cover the relevant situations, introducing some new statutory offences.
Also to be approved by Cabinet and then brought to Parliament is the Child Justice Bill and the Child Care and Adoption and Status of Children Bills. The Legal Profession Act and the Medical Profession Bill is also on the cards to be discussed. Honorable Peter mentioned a few areas which he believes have been considered by various ministries to be addressed.
One is the rehabilitation of offenders. I think in this modern age we need to put in place statutory provisions to deal with the rehabilitation of offenders. I'm also concerned for the issue of incitement. I find that I hear too much incitement as far as I'm concerned, particularly on the airways. And it's become, in my view, the view of many has become that you can say whatever you want and claim that it's an opinion. I do not agree with that, and I don't understand that to be in concordance with the law. The Firearms Act. It seems to me that we perhaps need to look at the Firearms Act again, or certainly we perhaps need to do some more of discussion, whether it's public, whether it's between agencies and so forth.
The Attorney General foresees a better judicial system when these bills become law. In more news, the Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Johnson Drago, on Friday announced that as early as this month, the ministry will be assisting the Fair Trade Organization in the inspection of boxes for export. The Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, gave his support to the Minister for Agriculture on moves to improve banana export. He emphasized the need to maintain the quality of bananas from the Dominica market.
We have to maintain high standards. We cannot just put it in a bag and put it in a boat on the heat, and when it gets to this island, it is all black. Understand, when we do that, we are destroying our opportunities. And we're making things more difficult for the country. The markets are there. We'll put resources to enhance the market and to sustain the market. But at the end of the day, the quality of the fruit, the packaging of the fruit, the washing of the fruit reside squarely on the laps of the farmers and the hucksters.
The Honorable Agriculture Minister Johnson Drago stressed that this is as a result of reports received about the quality of bananas exported to other islands. Honorable Drago reminded farmers that Dominica does not have a monopoly on banana exports.
The idea of farmers just packing boxes anyhow, boxes bulging out and exporting them, must be a thing of the past. The report reaching me indicate that some of the bananas we are exporting, we are already exporting some of the poor quality bananas in the boxes. So therefore, there should be no scruffy, rust, bruise, thin or overgrade bananas packed in the boxes for export.
The Honorable Minister explained that the move to inspect outgoing bananas is to ensure that only top quality bananas leave the island.
We have to secure the markets that we have. Of course, we know that our fruits are the most succulent. But the outward look of the product that I see, I personally visited Antigua, and I saw the plantain coming from Dominica in the market. And they are beaten up and bruised and battered on the market in Antigua. We will push to ensure that the products live in the reefer containers. Whatever has to be done, the ministry will do it to ensure that the bananas leave the countries and the top quality rate that the market requires, but the farmers must play their part. It's your business to secure.
Meanwhile, the Honorable Prime Minister described government's obvious commitments to agriculture.
In practical terms, in terms of investments, you know, and the commitment we've made to farmers. Farmers now are dancing on fertilizer bags, highly subsidized by the government. Free in some cases. A bag of fertilizer which is fetched for $140 in the market has been given to farmers either free or at a price of $20 per bag. I challenge any farmer in Dominica or any critic in Dominica to tell me which island in the Caribbean you have that the level of subsidy being provided. Maybe equally, maybe so, of my comrade friend in St. Vincent and the Grenadines because of our ideological pursuit and so forth. So we're making investments.
You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
I had a bleeding disorder that I did not know about, and they had to be transfusing me continuously. I got 56 units.
Being there at the blood bank, I was like, yo, I'm actually saving someone's life.
You never know when you can go.
Give blood.
I have done it, and believe it or not, it don't hurt.
I won't be scared. I'll give. You know you're gonna give blood. I'll make sure she does.
Sit down at the blood bank in a comfortable environment for 45 minutes.
Helping people
You are stimulating your body to make brand new cells.
You get free cookies, you get juice.
Glad to know your blood group. Feels good.
I felt as a better person.
It's a good thing to be alive, and I can thank God that I'm there and I'm enjoying life.
Welcome back. 14 executive members of the National Youth Council were inaugurated into office and will continue to work for the development of the youth of Dominica. The National Youth Council unites young people of the country in order to provide one voice for the furtherance and protection of the interests and rights of the youth. Chief Youth Development Officer John Roach says the youth is the most invaluable resource of a country, and the future of any country lies in the hearts, hands and minds of its youth.
I am proud to say this evening that since the resurgence of the National Youth Council in 1996, the young people of Dominica have been representing themselves and making tremendous contribution to the political, social, educational, and economic development of Dominica and the region. This is evident today in the number of young people who serve on the village and city councils across the island, and also serve as chairpersons of these councils.
He spoke of the genuine efforts that members of the board of the NYC display. The NYC and the Youth Development Division work hand in hand towards the enhancement of youth-based activities in Dominica.
The Youth Development Division and the National Youth Council are in partnership with the Commonwealth Secretariat on crafting a new national youth policy, which will be in sync with the post-millennium development goals era and coherent with the new dispensation of youth development during the era of the 2016 to 2030 Sustainable Development Goals. It is anticipated that this new national youth policy will be ready for submission to Cabinet by the end of this year.
First Vice President of the NYC, Charlotte Gabriel, shared some of the NYC's plans for the next term.
Some of the things I would like to touch on the executive agenda is meeting with all the youth groups across the island, not just the district council, but at least if we can meet with the youth groups personally to hear their voices, to hear their needs, and to hear what is it they want. The complaints, they don't always usually reach the council, so maybe going out to them, we can hear more. Also, we want to establish a youth enterprise managed by the National Youth Council of Dominica. This enterprise we want to establish because we want to increase our resource base, but that's not the only reason. We also want to establish this enterprise so that we can make employment available for the young people. We can get the young people back in the agriculture business, as this enterprise that we want to do is based on agriculture.
The Council solicits the collaboration and participation of youth stakeholders, youth groups, district councils, and government agencies. In more news, the Honorable Minister for Sports, Justina Charles, is calling on all Dominicans, including private sector companies, to contribute to the development of sports in the country. The Honorable Minister, at her address at the signing ceremony for roof repairs of the stadium, revealed one private sector company which has already come on board to assist with the maintenance of the stadium.
I can also inform you that we have had extensive discussion with Harris Paint, who is one of the private sector company who is willing to partner with us in the maintenance of the stadium. And we are well advanced in our discussion, and as such, soon we will be having that agreement between the stadium board and the ministry with Harris Paint to assist in the maintenance of the facility.
The Honorable Minister highlighted the contribution which the National Stadium makes to sports and the country.
And for us, it is government's way of saying that we are committed to the development of sports, development of our athletes, development of our elite cricketers and our footballers, and all people who are involved in the sports field. It is also a way of ensuring that we can have some place to recreate. Our young people can be engaged somehow in some sporting activity, and so that we can also engage our international community in sporting activities. It is as a result out of this facility that we were able to host international, regional and international cricket matches and even football. And for us, it is important for our tourism sector because that is one way of generating economic activities and contributing to the GDP of the country.
The Honorable Minister for Education, Peter Seja, is pleased that the library has embraced technology in order to better serve the Dominican public. The Honorable Minister made the comment as he addressed the official opening of Library Week on Monday.
Throughout its existence, the Dominica Library and the Information Service has continuously focused on the needs of the Dominican population. And it serves to encourage literacy, provide resources and programming for specialized groups. Additionally, the library supports schools by enhancing learning and development, and it creates community spaces that enrich people's lives through access to local and global information and knowledge.
He says the library has been an invaluable institution in Dominica.
The library, and in fact over the years, has wholeheartedly embraced technology in order to modernize its services, improve and increase programs, and reach out to the communities in various ways to more directly satisfy the needs of its users. I've been advised that today our libraries provide 24/7 access to its collections through an automated catalog known as the Dominica Library and Information Service DILIS Public Access Catalog, available on the government website.
New services have emerged to the Roseau Library's Education Advising Unit. For example, students who desire to pursue tertiary education are being advised on relevant topics, and now the public can access the library's website for research. The Honorable Minister describes other library and information services already available throughout the country.
The Portsmouth branch of the library focuses on training of future writers and public speakers with programs such as elocution contests and debates and poetry and short story competitions. The National Documentation Center offers training in the use and access of electronic databases and technical support and guidance for effective documentation and records management within the various government departments. Community outreach programs have gone beyond the schools, and they now include interactive visits to homes for youth under the age, hospital, prison, and the community grotto home.
He ended by stating that libraries are evolving from being just a place to get a book or to do research to becoming meeting places for people to engage in discussion and participate in group work and team building activities and learn new skills. And construction has commenced to expand the Operation Youth Quake. The Operation Youth Quake was originally established in 1978 to provide an alternative to prison for delinquent young boys and as a rehabilitation center for physically and emotionally deprived boys. The Operation Youthquake currently provides daycare service and short-term residential care. In an interview with GIS News, Director of the Operation Youthquake, Lennox Abraham, provided information about the project, which has been in the pipeline for about 4 years.
What you are seeing in the background now is the re-roofing of Operation Youth Quake, and this has been in the pipeline for the last 3.5–4 years. This project, the roofing part, is sponsored by the OECS USA Juvenile Justice Project. We had applied for funds, but very fortunately for us, the project started sometimes last week. We hope it will go on for about 6 weeks. That's the recovering of the roof at Operation Youth Quake. However, we are doing some remodeling too. We have gotten some sponsorship for that from the Beverly Foundation, through the Resource Foundation in the United States, and we have also gotten some monies from the government to assist in that. We are very short on the funds where what we want to accomplish, so that is why we are asking the public to come and support this worthwhile venture.
Abraham believes it is important to create a safe and secure environment for the young residents.
My thing is, if you take a young person out from the street, from their situation, you have to bring them into a place where they can be comfortable and everything will be in place for them.
He noted that the President and the President's Charities Foundation have both been very instrumental in sourcing funds for the redevelopment of the home. The programs of the Operation Youth Quake are geared at equipping the participants with basic skills such as reading, writing, farming, cooking, baking, and the social skills. Meantime, the 7 young residents of the Operation Youth Quake have been relocated to the former Eden Guest House. And that's the English news. McPherson St.Luce is next with Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en Creole. Non, moi, c'est McPherson St.Luce. Premièrement, Premier Ministre Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerritt échoue en parole qui a concerné place à site pour Parlement pour constituency Kachakoum. Si l'on parole là qui sorti, depuis le 26 avril l'année salam, site membre Parlement pour constituency Salah venait vide, sinon résignation membre Parlement là. Quand même, loi Constitution Dominique, section 55, quand on trouve que sinon situation salam, on baille élection si vous êtes chaîne pour remplacer place là en Parlement. Sinon, loi salam, Premier ministère a visé His Excellency à président l'âme qui on baille élection pour constituency salam, que chaîne à le 7 avril l'année salam, et puis jour nomination qui est 20 mai l'année salam. Premier ministère aussi avisé Excellency président l'âme pour échouer en rite le 9 mai l'année salam pour élection salam sa chaîne. À la nouvelle, travail pour réparer Fétaille Stadium Windsor Park en Roseau qui est en place. Si le ministre Sport Honorable Justin Charles, gouvernement a awardé un contrat pour rebâtir facilité là.
On contract avec Fortified Construction, ça c'est une compagnie qui a allé manger couvert part of stadium là. Bah nous, because nous savons à présent stadium là ni en 9 années depuis gouvernement tapé ça au China avec où ça va tant là où ni c'est bien ça là temps en temps on y pour faire timide on pour rénover ça qui a allé mauvais. So galvanize là, on participe galvanize là qui a allé mauvais. So actuellement nous signons un contrat plus que $400,000 avec Fortified Construction. So UK qui a couvert part of stadium là où la galvanage là qui a allé mauvais. Avec ça c'est plan pour nous continuer maintain stadium là because if vous nous taper ça Republic of China nous bien content China ba nous ça après gouvernement establish relationship avec eux. Mais nous, comme gouvernement, nous ni pour temps en temps dépenser l'argent pour make sure nous ça maintain level là, make sure stadium là en bonne condition pour international match. Nous savons nous international cricket, football avec autant de compagnies, autant de différentes organisations qui servent stadium là.
Ministre Charles fait parole qui gouvernement a assuré qui facilité là bien en ordre pour moun sa serving.
Nous voulons make sure les gens viennent au stadium, là, son stadium, ils sentent confortable, environment là, bon assez, voilà, ils ça si, et bien enjoy quoi yo, et bien nous parler moun ka mouiller, l'application tomber, so nous keka ouais, nous keka changer, on partit ces galvanage là en les roof là.
Et puis finalement, le gouvernement Dominica a reçu pour construction pour York Valley. Ministre Public Works a contract et puis ministre Commerce, People's Republic of China, pour le projet ça a commencé. Pour ça, là, été bien dommagé en l'année 2011 pendant mauvais déluge et puis le gouvernement Dominique te promet pour réparer à pour ça là. Le gouvernement a obtenu 200 avec $50 000 en effort ça là. Quand même, People's Republic of China, plus tard, te fait promettre pour bâtir un pont de lignes en l'occasion là. Pendant le contrat ça l'a été vendredi qui passé, Premier ministre Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerritt remercie People's Republic of China pour support à eux qui continue pour Dominique. Le gouvernement Dominique qui reçoit l'argent grant pour le projet Salam, ça c'est l'argent nous parlons pour payer. En même temps, le Parlement pour St. Joseph, Honorable Kelvin Daru, aussi remercie People's Republic of China pour financer le projet là. Honorable Daru a aussi gardé devant pour transformation la vallée en plein. Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour Nouvelle Creole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson St.Luce. Au revoir.
Here are some easy ways to clean common but difficult stains. Vinegar cleans grass stains, white wine cleans red wine stains, soda cleans grease stains, white chalk cleans oil stains, lemon juice cleans sweat stains, and hydrogen peroxide cleans blood stains. Remember that on your next stressful laundry day. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. Live streaming is now available also on our YouTube channel 24 hours a day. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Jarna Hector. Thank you for watching and join us again next time on National Focus.